Good morning. It's Wednesday, July 30th, and I'm sure all of you know about the dicey situation that is going on in the Middle East. And so we have Saudi Arabia and France pushing forward to lead the UN for recognition of Palestinian state. And the two countries have opened a 3-day conference at the UN with the goal as part of a peaceful settlement to end the war in Gaza. Now, I'm not sure that that's really possible to achieve. But in any event, the conference began on Monday, just days after the French President, Emmanuel Macron, said Paris would officially recognize the Palestinian government in September in an effort to reinvigorate peace talks around the two-state solution that have all been written off almost since the deadly Hamas raid and the ensuing military operations by Israel. And that began in 2023. So it's a long time going on, this battle, so to speak. And the French Foreign Minister, Jean-Noël Barrot, has said that the conference would also serve as a platform for other European countries to recognize Palestinian statehood. But I know that the U.S. and Israel are dead set against this Palestinian statehood deal. And even though Barrot is trying to convince other countries, he did not recognize the fact and state outwardly that the U.S. was basically against this situation. And he, I believe, was talking about the United Kingdom, where Labour MPs are putting pressure on Israel to end the war. Only a political two-state solution will help respond to the legitimate aspirations of Israelis and Palestinians who live in peace and security. There is no alternative. That's what Barrot said. And Saudi Arabia's foreign minister, Prince Faisal, said that the kingdom was seeking World Bank approval to transfer $300 million to Gaza and the West Bank to counter the dire humanitarian crisis in the territory. He said that Palestinians have a legitimate right to the establishment of an independent state along the borders that were delineated in 1967, with East Jerusalem as its capital. That's a major problem with having any part of Jerusalem as a capital of some other country beside Israel. Israel has a long history with Jerusalem, and many valuable and strategic landmarks reside in Jerusalem. The history of the Jew is in Jerusalem. So the minute you start screwing around with Jerusalem and offering it to some other country, you are messing with Israeli history. The life of Israeli population is at stake here. They don't recognize that when they talk about the Palestinian state. So these talks are being chaired by 16 other countries and delegations, including the United Kingdom, Ireland, and the European Union. But the UK does not currently recognize Palestine. So they've come under increasing pressure to create some form of diplomatic solution. And I personally am against that. I'm against the solution that they're offering up. And they're trying to push Donald Trump on the issue of humanitarian aid and the growing malnourishment and the starvation in Gaza. So this is a mess. I see no real quick solution without having Israel in the center of this solution. Israel should be a major participant in these events. They are the country with everything at stake. All of these other countries are putting pressure on Israel when they do not truly understand Israel's life depend on keeping enemies away from their door. And I think that any kind of settlement like this will only increase the pressure at the doorstep of Israel. So this Palestinian statehood is a pipe dream, and it really needs to be done with Israel in the forefront. They are a major player in this game. Their lives are at stake, and you, other nations, are messing around with it. And I know that there's many out there that would like Israel to disappear. And that's not going to happen. So I'm against this entire situation. I think there can be solutions, but I also believe that Israel must be at the center of those solutions. They are the ones that have everything at stake. All of these nations that are talking about really have nothing at stake there. They're just trying to be good-hearted people. And that's a failing on their part. So I leave you with that this morning. A mess in the Middle East. No end in sight, realistically. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.